Live from Lockdown Central, this is the guy doing things. This week, we'll be talking to a band, and we'll be fighting boredom with some board games. This is the guy doing things in Lockdown Central. And there we have it, the famous tune that you're all used to, and we're back with episode 12. It took us a while, but now we have plenty of time on our hands for the next few days. We'll be talking to Boas in a while, and I'll be giving some ratings on some of my favorite games: Uno, Bananagrams, Anti-Monopoly, Cash Flow, the works. So stay tuned and welcome once again to the guy doing things. This is episode 12. Let's get right into it. So to kick things off, we tried a Zoom call with the band. That didn't work. I didn't have sufficient signal. Then we went to WhatsApp. That didn't work. So now I'm individually calling each of the band members, and I'm starting with Freddie. Now, Freddie, welcome to the guy doing things.
Thank you so much, Dalton. Awesome to speak to you, man.
And Freddie, what do you do for the band? What is your role in the band?
I play the drums. I like to think that I hit things as well timed as possible. And I also play some harmonica and percussion outside of the drum kit. So, yeah, I'm the one who sits at the back of the stage.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Do they treat you like a typical drummer, or do you have a bit more respect in the team?
I think I've got quite a lot of respect from them, because we build the songs together, and there's also the allowance for me to add my input with the guitarists, and sometimes they would tell me what they think about the drumming and the drumming part. So I don't think we have a typical approach to what a lot of bands are like, especially with all these cliches about the drummer is the one who drinks a lot and whatnot. We're not big drinkers at all. I think I had 3 beers last year. So none of those cliches really apply. But no, there's just love and respect between us all.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And so just a question: where did the name come from, and how do you pronounce it? I don't want to. I pronounced it earlier in the episode without actually asking you guys, but let's just hear the proper pronunciation of what it is, and tell me what it means.
The band name?
Yes.
The band name is Boas. It's actually an Afrikaans name. It's a predominantly Afrikaans band.
Yeah.
And it's fun means from, for those who don't know. And Boas is a character in the Bible. So essentially what it's saying is from Boas, if you had to pronounce it or translate it into English.
Okay,
and
that's awesome.
That is because the letters are written from, the songs are like letters.
Okay.
And even if they're not like letters, they're like letters that are written from a place of sincerity, love, and respect, because we really respect the personage of Boaz in the Bible.
Yeah.
And how he treated, was it Ruth? And how he really handled the situation and dealt with the people around him. We really saw him to be a righteous man. And there's actually a name that Chris got from God, and that he prayed about it. And he wrestled with it for months.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's like saying every song is a letter from a place of sincerity, and it's written with that same sort of manhood, I guess you can say, in mind.
Okay, so the band is then also predominantly Christian, or are you secular with a Christian background? How do you express yourselves?
Well, I think we have a very natural expression that comes out because, yes, we are a Christian band and we are all Christians first and foremost.
Yeah,
And when you're walking closely with Jesus as a disciple, you can't remove your life from, or anything that you do in your life from walking with Him. So
yeah,
everything that we do comes back to Jesus in some way or the other. And that even if a song isn't a worship song, it's still an expression of our life in relation to God. Like
yeah,
Two Step is a love song, and we can see in the Word of God that there is a place for love and passion
yeah,
between two intimate partners. For example, in the Song of Songs.
yeah,
So we actually, I like to think we're at a healthy place that we don't necessarily feel compelled to have to play worship music per se,
yeah,
but our worship is in the music that we play, because it's like the book of Psalms where there's a lament at times, or questions that you ask about life, like some heavy questions, and it always comes back to God answering them.
yeah,
So we are a Christian band, and everything at our roots is our walk with Jesus.
yeah.
Even though sometimes the songs might sound secular.
Okay, that's awesome. That's a so it's a band with a purpose, if I'm hearing correctly.
Yes, yes, we wanna give hope to people, and there's this one guy going to at a gig, and before the time we prayed and we said, God, just touch people, and get to their hearts. And this guy stayed till the end. The gig was at a restaurant, and at the very end, he was still sitting there alone at a table outside off to the side.
Yeah.
And he comes to us and he says he had actually intended for this to be his last meal.
Goodness.
And
Okay.
then he said to us that the music touched him in such a way that he felt the hope again, felt the
Yeah.
hope for life, and I can't fully explain what he experienced. But for me, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I know for the other guys that's what it's about too. We
Yeah.
want people to experience the love of God, and even if they don't know they're experiencing the love of God, that they come out the other side of our music with hope and rejuvenation for life.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. It was really awesome to talk to you. I have to get to the other guys, and then obviously you have to get to your guys' music challenge.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Looking
Yeah,
forward to what you
absolutely.
guys come up with. But thanks so much for your time, Freddie. I really appreciate it. All right, so just had a chat with Freddie, the drummer. Got some uh, nice insights there, and now I'm speaking to Josh, who plays the bass. Josh, welcome to the Guy Doing Things.
Oh, cool, man. It's good to be here.
So you can't be with the rest of the band. What are you doing? What are you up to?
You mean personally?
Yeah, you guys are all scattered. So for this next
Yes.
21 days, what are you
Well,
what are you planning to do?
well, I was going to be at home in Pretoria, but I just decided to hell with that. 'Cause, that would have been sad. So I've come home to Newcastle, and I'm planning to work and get some serious stuff done for my PhD, and also just I'm also trying to write some of my own music for Boas. So I'm also excited to have some time that I can focus on that as well.
Great, that's awesome. So from what I've fished out with a conversation with Freddie is that you are part of the brains of the operation. Is that true?
You know what? I don't see it that way. I really enjoyed Van Boas for it really being a platform that all three of us get to kind of suggest things and plan things out, and it's. I know people say this, but it's kind of a marketing gimmick, I guess. But in our case, it really is a wonderful team. It's,
Yeah.
I feel free to kind of make suggestions and share my ideas. at the end of the day, it's the band that makes the decisions. But I wouldn't say I want the brains of that.
Okay. And just another thing about Freddie. So he said that you guys treat him with respect, not like any other drummer in a band. Is that true, or would you guys maybe sometimes look at him funny if he gets a beat wrong? Or
Well, I'll let you know when I find out, because he's solid, man. Like, as a drummer, you know, I have no recollection of him ever really messing up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, he probably has. I'm just not musical enough to notice. But no, I really look up to him in that sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the first kind of thing that I've like a band thing, and I don't understand how there's this perceptions of drummers kind of being, I don't know, a slight oddball in a band. Freddie is very, very part of my own musical expressions, because, you know, as a bassist also, but even as a guitarist, I remember when we were working on the songs initially for Ons Is Okay, often we would I'd consult him. I'd be like, man, this is kind of the melody I was thinking of, but just not feeling well, and he'd give inputs on that. So I don't see him in a lesser way just because he's a drummer.
Yeah.
Tractor.
To be honest, I'm just trying to stir a bit and trying to see whether this is a traditional band. But the more I continue to chat with you guys, and I haven't even called Christopher yet, the more I realize that you have these deep roots, and you guys are a solid team, a solid group of guys. So I can't even try to stir, because the more I try to stir, the more you stick together. That's awesome.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. If Freddie or Chris have anything bad to say about me, just let me know so I can.
You'll definitely hear it on the podcast. So.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm glad to hear that. That's something you're kind of, walking away from with this, because that's awesome, man. That's definitely what our hearts are, is to work together and.
That's great.
Be solid together.
And Josh, just one last question before I let you go, and before I do the music challenge with you guys. I'm looking forward to what you guys come up with. Really looking forward. So, what is your favorite song that you've done, and why?
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
That is actually. But it's a shame, because my answer at the moment, at least, is one that you won't be able, or nobody's really heard a lot of.
Yeah.
And it's Middernachtelijke Gedachte.
Okay.
And it's most likely going to be on our second EP.
Yes.
And it's a very short song. It's like not even or maybe just over a minute.
Yeah.
And it's got a very different feeling from the rest of the songs. It's incredibly provocative in emotion. It's somewhat a darker song, and it ends kind of in the air. So just musically, it's a very interesting little piece.
Okay.
And the lyrics are poetic, which is, I love poetry, and I try to dabble in poetry, so that really appeals to me. The fact that it's almost poetic in its message.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
So that's my favorite song that we've done. But I don't know if you wanted to know specifically for Ons Is Okay which one was my favorite.
No. That's a good answer, and I think that's something to look forward to from our side. I mean, by the time we're going to publish this, the podcast, and it's out there, people start listening to you. We're definitely going to wait for Middernachtelijke Gedachtes. It's also a tongue twister.
We gave up calling it the full name. We just call it Middernacht now. So
okay.
Maybe when it comes out, it's just going to be Middernacht. I don't know.
Okay. But we are looking forward to it. And Josh, thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward to eventually meeting you guys after this lockdown. But it's going to be awesome. And yeah, be blessed, man. It's such an awesome thing that you're doing with the band, and I'm looking forward to the little music project that you're gonna do at the end of this podcast.
Yes, me too, man. And thanks for having us.
Awesome. So, last but not least, we're talking to Christopher Brander. Christopher, welcome to The Guy Doing Things.
Thanks, Thornton. Really appreciate it.
It would have been nice to have you guys all on one call, but we have to make do with this. Where are you for this next 21 days? What are you going to do?
For this 21 days, I'm at home here in Midland, in Pretoria. So
Okay.
yeah, we're just making the best of the situation.
Okay, great. So you're just chilling out, and you guys going to do some music as well, being a part, doing some writing?
Yeah, writing will happen here with me. I'm definitely gonna write some stuff, or try at least.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to find a way to write together. I think, yeah, we'll find a way.
Yeah.
Over WhatsApp or whatever. So,
Maybe
yeah,
do a
we're
Zoom
definitely
call. One that works.
Yes.
So, Chris, how did Van Boas start? Whose brainchild is it, and who decided? Okay, let's just do this band thing now.
Okay, so my studies ended in 2016, and I was a part of the university choir, and at that time, it was really my life.
Yeah.
So when I finished my studies, I had to find a way to just continue with the music. At that time, I was playing guitar for a few years, and I thought, why not give this solo thing a chance? Give it a go. So I started. So I just recorded here at home, and so I was invited to this thing called Spoken Sessions here in Victoria.
Yeah.
So I just did the solo thing, and but I quickly realized that it's maybe better to just have more than one guy on board. So Freddie, the drummer, joined me in 2017, and we started playing together at gigs. And after that, we had a guy called Isaac. He started playing what do you call it, accordion for us.
Yeah.
Klavier in Afrikaans. And unfortunately, he had to leave the group because he got married.
Yeah.
And after that, at the end of 2017, Joshua joined, and he's our bass player. So
Okay.
we're together from end of 2017, and the start of in April 2018 we started recording.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
and you started at under the name Van Boas since you and Freddie joined, or when did the name actually start?
So I always play under my own name, Christopher, but at the end of sort of at the end of 2017, I went to a wedding, and the sermon was about Boaz and Ruth.
Yeah.
And Boaz in the book of Ruth just really stood out, and I just liked the name, and so I started reading up about this Boaz guy in the Bible, and his character just really appealed to me, and there's just the story of Boaz and Ruth. So I thought, okay, why not name a band something in the lines of Boaz? So in Afrikaans, the name is Afrikaans, so it's Van Boas, which in English is from Boaz.
Yes.
So it just translates to every song is a message. Every song is a letter basically to the listener. Yeah. And it's ended off by the two words Van Boas. So it's a place of integrity and love and care.
Okay, that's awesome. I tried to ask a few trick questions to each of the guys to try to, stir a bit, but you guys stick like glue, and just listening to what you're saying now, I'm not even going to ask those questions because you guys are unstirrable. You guys have a really cool magnetism about you guys, and I love it that you have a bigger purpose and that the whole background of it is to glorify Christ as well, and that's cool. I mean, the sound of the band is really cool. It's really awesome. But it's not just a cool sound; it has a deeper purpose to it, and that's also something that draw me to you guys as well. So just big ups to you guys there.
Thanks, man.
So I'm gonna send you guys a voice note of the challenge, and then from receiving or listening the voice note, you guys will have 10 minutes, okay, write this is the challenge, to write a brand new song and record it for me, and send it to me, okay? So
okay.
I hope you're looking forward to it, and I'll set the timer on my side, and I'll be in touch, okay? Okay, so now I've spoken to all three guys, and I'm gonna send the voice note now, and let's see what comes up from this. How's it, guys? So you guys have 10 minutes to write me a song about isolation. You guys can use your general sound that you generally use, but in 10 minutes, write me a song about what we are busy going through. Good luck. And now the final product. This literally took them 10 minutes to make. I have no idea how they did it, but yeah, as a close to this podcast, enjoy this, and straight after, just a quick review on a few board games. But for now, here is Van Boas with a all original WhatsApp audio track called Isolation.
This morning it suddenly dawned on me. No cars in the street, only the birdies in the trees. Can it be that we're in isolation? Never thought this would ever happen to me. Maybe this thing called isolation is a very good thing, a very good thing indeed. And he sing isolation, isolation, yeah, we might be in lockdown, but my heart will never be. I'll clean my place and close my eyes, let my imagination free. Can it be that we're in isolation? Never thought this would ever happen to me. Maybe this thing called isolation is a very, very good thing, a very good thing indeed. And we sing isolation, isolation, isolation,
Simply incredible. When I first got this, I was like, were you guys in a studio? And remember, these guys are not together. They quickly jammed the words together, sent the different tracks to each other, and then mashed up the song within a few minutes. Brilliant. Van Boas. Go check out the EP on Apple Music. Go follow them on Instagram. Go follow them on Facebook. Truly incredible. I can't wait to actually meet them in person once this lockdown is done. And so quickly ending this podcast. I would love to end on the song, but I promised that I would do a bit of board game reviews. And just a major tip: whatever board game you do have, I know there's certain rules and certain things that come with the board game, but here's the top tip before I do the reviews: make up your own rules, make up your own family set of rules. It makes the game much more interesting. It makes the playing enjoyment much more interesting, and it takes the classics like Uno and Monopoly and it just turns it on the head. So my top 5 board games: number 1, Risk. Amazing game. Get it somehow. I don't know, try to switch out with someone. They can drop it at your door or whatever, but that is a game you should play. Second, Cash Flow. It's a game by Robert Kiyosaki based on his book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Amazing game, really cool. Financial literacy. That's going to be pretty hard to get because it's a game out of America, but it is part of my top 5, so I have to list it. Number 3, Catan. Such a cool game. Family feuds, yes, definitely. That'll spark up some fires, but awesome game. Number 4, Uno. Such a cool game, and it's such a flexible game to make your own rules out of. And then last but not least, Monopoly. Well, I have the version called Anti-Monopoly, which is really cool. You have competitors and monopolists. Really, really cool game. But that game you can also spice up. You can extend credit terms, or you can, team up against each other, whatever. Make up your own rules. So that's the top 5. Let me know what your favorite board games are, and how you rate them, how you play them in this following time, and or in this next few weeks. And thank you so much for tuning in. This was episode 12. If you want more details on the board games, though, just let me know, and I'll send them through or post about them. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you to Van Boas. Go follow them once again, and till episode 13.